Do you ever have doubts about your own ability to do stuff? Or what about doubts about a friendship? You think, is this friendship real? Or those of us who are older, what about doubts about a marriage? Or doubts about a job? What about a bigger doubt though? The doubt which we don't really want to talk about. I'm in the garden room, where we have toast and rendezvous. Have you ever sat here during a session and thought, really? Am I really believing us? You're not alone.
Doubt is something that lots of people just don't want us to talk about. They'd rather we ran around the church making a racket. Or say a few rude words.
Pooh.
Then talk about doubt.
But seriously, tell me I'm not the only one who sat in church, feeling a bit of a spectator, going, really? Maybe the doubt started really small after a disappointment. Does God really answer prayer? Is God listening? Does God care? Is God actually there? How do you actually admit to this stuff? You've been brought up in a nice Christian family. You've told your mates that you're a follower of Jesus. You're involved in church stuff. And then the doubts arise. And what happens? You start feeling a hypocrite. The Fuller Institute did some research on what creates sticky faith. That's Christianese. It just means that your faith you keep as you go from a teenager into an adult. You keep following Jesus, in other words. And I came up with 4 conclusions, and I read the first 3, and I was like, duh, good thing you did the research there. It was stuff like, it's good that your family's own supporting you. It's good that you got other Christian mates. It's good that you read the whole Bible and really get to grips with it. But the 4th was a surprise. Places where we talk about doubt. That helped with faith. How can talking about doubt help in our journey with Jesus? Here are 5 things to think about.
You know, I don't like the weeds in my garden, but ignoring them doesn't make them disappear. They grow and spread. And it's the same with doubt. Ignoring it will not make it disappear.
If you have doubts, you're in good company. Thomas had doubts. David had doubts. Gideon had doubts. John the Baptist had doubts. At the end of Matthew 28, Jesus says his famous verse, which we all know, or a lot of us do. Therefore, go out and make disciples. But have you noticed what came just before it? 2 verses before. Matthew writes, but some doubted. Some of the disciples were having doubts, and Jesus sends them out on a mission, a massive mission. Jesus can use us, even with our doubts.
Thirdly, share your doubts with someone who's been following Jesus for longer. We love putting Christians on pedestals.
Hello.
We might find that it leads to stronger relationships, both with other people and God. And in a strange way, a doubt that can be transformative. In other words, can transform us into being closer to who Jesus actually wants us to be. Number 4, take it to God. I mean, what sort of puny, wimpy God do you believe in? A God that if you share your doubts with him, he's going to be diminished or embarrassed? Is that the sort of God you want to serve? No, of course not. You know, friendships flourish with honesty and openness. Marriages flourish the same way. So why would the most important relationship we can possibly have be any different? You know, the Bible is stuffed with people who pour out their hearts to God. All their disappointments and shattered dreams and doubts.
and God takes it. He wants a relationship where you share with him your innermost being, your actual real feelings. Stuff you wouldn't even share with someone else. He knows it anyway, but he wants to hear you say it.
And then fifthly, this might feel like a time to retreat, but I would argue do the exact opposite. This is a time to step out, to be more generous with your money or your time, to strike up a God conversation you normally wouldn't, to ramp up your Bible and praying times and worship times. Do you know when I feel closest to God? It's not in here. It's when I step out in faith. Even when, especially when, I'm having doubts.